Hi, this is Ed Day, your Rockland County Executive, and I welcome you to the County Executives Forum. This is a monthly show where we show you what your government looks like, what it does in service to the citizens of Rockland County. Today we have the Director of the Office of the Aging, Ms. Tina Cardoza-Izquierdo. We are going to be speaking about the various services that we have in county government that help our seniors traverse through life. And there are many, many things that we do here in county government to help you, our senior citizens. And with that, I want to welcome you, Tina, to the County Executives Forum.
Thank you. Nice
I know you're fairly new here, about 4 months or so.
That's correct.
Let me ask you a question. We've spent a lot of time in creating a revitalized organization in county government, and I'm very proud of the fact that the people we bring into these positions of responsibility have been very adept at getting that done. What did you find upon coming into the job, and what steps have you taken to make it hum a little bit better?
First and foremost, the staff at the Office for the Aging is incredible. Very dedicated, very passionate about helping the older adults of the community. Making a lot of great strides with tweaking the old programs and creating new ones. Making sure that we run administratively efficient, along with your guidelines for your administration. Most recently, we've amped up our outreach. We want to make sure that everyone knows that we are there. Office for the Aging will no longer be the best kept secret in Rockland County. We have a lot of programs and services that are to help older adults maximize their independence, and hoping to build on the programs that exist and bring in some new ones. I have a couple of ideas already moving forward, so it's been a great 4 months.
Well, it's great. As someone who's 65 years of age, I love hearing this, and I'm sure my fellow seniors feel the same way. And again, it's good to hear, we can do many, many good things in an organization, but it's important that people understand and know what it's about. And this show is one of those resources we use. We have a very aggressive public facing now in county government. We used to have a press person. We take some pictures of various people in county government, but now we have all variety of social media. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, our press office is doing an excellent job in getting the word out to people. So we have an opportunity to do the same thing right here. Could you give me some sense of, some of the programs that we offer to our senior citizens through your office?
There's a number of programs. Most recently highlighted was the High Cap program because Medicare had open enrollment. And in order to help our older adults and get the word out, we held 3 public hearings in conjunction with the Medicare open enrollment seminars. And it was very successful. We had over 200 attendees. We got great compliments at the hearings. We also got a video testimonial from one of our clients about our taxi voucher program, which is another program that we talk about often. And that program is available to everyone who over the age of 60, as long as they live in Rockland County, specific for transportation to medical appointments.
It's interesting you mentioned the Medicare. Again, I just got into Medicare, and it can be overwhelming. It's great to see that the assistance that's rendered, to folks who just are diving into that Medicare pool for the first time, and also the cab issue. That's something I'm sure. Could you expand a bit upon that?
Transportation is a problem.
Yeah.
We know that, and we are all addressing it. But what we've done is we've created a taxi voucher program, which enables seniors to get to their medical appointments if they don't have anyone to take them. Utilizing this taxi company that we've partnered with, they get a voucher, and they get a voucher to go to their appointment. The taxi driver waits for them and brings them home.
That's great. It doesn't cost our citizens a penny.
Not a penny.
That's
it's all 100% funded, so that's wonderful. We also have the Rsvp Independence Project. We partner with them as well, and it's a volunteer-based program, and they do the same thing. If you have an appointment that you need to get to, you can call Rsvp, and they will do the same thing for you. They'll have the driver bring you, wait for you, and bring you home.
Now, for folks who don't know Rsvp, could you tell them what that is? A retired
volunteer program here with Rockland Community College, and it really works wonderful because it's people giving back to the community. So everyone goes through the volunteer program. They get assessed. They go through background checks. So it's very safe, and it's good for the seniors to know that they have someone that they can rely on.
These are fellow seniors.
Correct.
These are this
55 and
retired
over.
senior
Absolutely.
volunteer program. It's an amazing program.
And
They
it's
help.
safe.
They help all of them down the line. Yeah.
And they get to have someone to talk to and know that they can count on them to bring them to their appointments, because quite often they miss their appointments because they don't have a way to get there.
Right.
So we're really trying to promote health and wellness, and these are the tools that we're utilizing to get our seniors healthy and keep
Right.
them healthy.
You know, I find as I get a little bit older now, you know, getting up and down is a little more difficult, a little sore here and there. But one of the challenges that I run into, and I know fellow seniors do also, is things that we picked up 20 years ago seem to have been lighter back then. They're a little bit heavier now. Getting into crawl spaces in difficult positions takes a little more effort. But I know we have a repair program.
We have a program.
Can you expand upon that?
It's called Sure, and what happens is if you need a light bulb changed, a leaky faucet, simple home repairs that maybe at this particular juncture in their life they just don't know how to do, or they can't do it. If you give Sure a call, they'll come and send someone out, and again, it's completely safe. They have their background check, they're licensed, and they'll come and they'll take care of the issues for you, so that you don't have to try and stretch and reach and stand on a ladder and possibly fall. And you give them a call and you set up an appointment. The labor is for free, and if you need the light bulb, the customer, the client pays for the light bulb, and that's it.
That's great. Now, again, we spoke of outreach. I know you had some things that you are looking at now as far as just not outreach, but interface.
Correct.
Interface from medical facilities into and a seamless entry into the programs that we have here in Rockland County government. I know we spoke a little on the way in here about that. Could you share that with the audience?
Well, coming from a healthcare background, and recently going through things with my own family, I realized that there's a disconnect between seniors who are leaving facilities and going home. So I approached the local hospitals, Nyack Hospital and Good Sam, and the idea is to integrate our programs with the discharge processing so that anyone who is eligible for our programs knows about them at the time that they're leaving. They get our number, they know who to call, and they know what steps to take to make sure that when they go home, they have the proper attention that they need.
Now, I think at this juncture, what I'd like to do is most do know that your predecessor was June Moloff, who has spent many, many years in county government. She's very well known, wonderful lady, and she's off to enjoying her life now as a retired senior citizen. And we found you to come in to fill her shoes, which obviously, when you have a positive person like that, is very difficult to do.
Very difficult.
I'd like you to speak a little about your background, what you know, your education, your experiences in life. You know, what brought you here? The road you took to get to Rockland County government, what brought you here, and what did you pick up along the way?
Spent a long time, over 25 years in healthcare, serving the public, most recently at Nyack Hospital, and experiencing the difficulties with my own family members. Really created a passion inside of me to become an advocate for older adults. If I would have known the Office for the Aging existed, the stress that I went through with my own family would have been a lot easier. And I'd like to help people. I'd like them to know we are here, and there are programs and services available that can help them transition through this particular period in their life. It's really important to know that there are services and programs and people who actually care and who can help. So that's why it's my mission to make sure that we're no longer the best kept secret in Rockland County.
That's great. And again, we spoke earlier about the importance of media, getting the word out to people. Because again, you can offer a million great programs if people don't know about it, which, you know, sadly, it's an evolution. We've had a change in this entire world as far as how information is transmitted. You look at even local newspapers are adjusting to the new world of digital. You know, so we're caught in that flux right now, and you know, I'm very proud of the fact that my administration has been working along those lines. But I'm proud still to bring people such as yourself to county government. All too often, people look at governmental entities as patronage mills. They look at people like, you know, where they know this one. And in my administration, I'm proud of the fact that I've never met you until you started interviewing with our county for employment in this position. My deputy county executive, Guillermo Rosa, who is a retired lieutenant colonel, when he first came in, it was a very similar thing. He said, "Where does Ed Day know him from?" I said, "Ed Day found him through a referral from somebody in the transition team who felt that Guillermo would be a great fit. He was a retiring lieutenant colonel from the Army, and he had a master's in public administration. So I met him 2 weeks after I got elected, and I hired him 3 weeks later. But this is a narrative now where, and again, I'm glad we have you here today, because you can see you're not a politically attached person.
Not at all.
You have a private sector background. You have a background in an area that truly fits into what you're doing to help our seniors, and you have a passion. I note that you mentioned the advocacy.
Yeah.
My background was a civic association president. I was an advocate, and it's important that people bring that advocacy and passion to their job in government, because we are truly here to serve the people of Rockland County. And when you have that passion, it shows, and it also produces a wonderful product. And you mentioned earlier the people who are working in the Office of the Aging, and what a wonderful group you walked into.
They are.
Yep. And
they're amazing.
They have a passion, and you can help develop that even further.
Absolutely, and my approach is doing things as a team. We're moving through the county as a team. It's not just me, it's not just the senior administration, it's everyone.
Right.
Public hearings, we had 7 people attend each time, and we were able to branch out and help everyone in the room. There were so many different questions, and because we paired it up with the public hearing, we were able to get out so much information.
Right.
They were so excited. Everyone was excited in the room, the attendees, and the one particular woman, she says to me, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had no idea about all these wonderful programs, and I only came here for Medicare,
Right.
but you opened my eyes. She's like, I'm going to be calling you guys. I said, please do call us.
Feels
That's
great,
great.
huh?
Yeah, it was so wonderful.
Well, you understand that leadership is not about the one. Leadership is about what you can bring in resources and people to the table to make the mission occur and make it work successfully. So it's great to see that.
And the team is very excited. They're very excited to be out there meeting the people. Now they have faces to the names, and it's a personal connection that we're making.
Right.
It's not just, just call OFA. It's here we are. Meet us. Talk to us. We're listening. And I think that's really important. I think it's really important.
What are some of the other challenges you see in your position right now as a director of Office of the Aging?
I have to understand for myself, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm really excited about all the different types of things that we can do, but we have to look at each individual program and how we can improve and move forward. I think that it's important to bring new blood into our organization. We're looking at adding new council members to our advisory council,
Good.
bringing people in from participants in our programs so that we can actually hear what the older adults need as far as the ones who are in the lower income sector. Housing, we know housing is an issue.
Right.
We are going to be advocates for our older adults. We know that transportation is an issue. We're looking for new grants, possibly bringing in new money so that we can have different types of grants, not just maybe for medical appointments,
Right.
but for other things. And to expand our partnership throughout the county, expand our partnerships with local businesses, and have them become more aware of the needs of the older adults as well. And I think that's an issue. Mm-hmm. I think it's important that we have everyone have a buy-in. The seniors make up over 20% of our county, right. So we really have to pay attention to their
Right.
needs.
Well, by identifying needs, you have an ability to identify solutions.
Absolutely.
Or implement solutions, actually. So it's great to see that. I know there's some, the average person, we have seniors who are looking to deal with finances when they're looking with mortgages, things of that nature, buying a home or downsizing. I know we have some resources we can offer to folks in that position, correct?
We do. We have a partnership with an attorney, David Klein, mm-hmm. And if you contact him through us, they can advise what they can do as far as reverse mortgages and
Right.
things of that nature. We are actually going to have, we're in the planning stages of having an Elder Law Day.
Great.
We're going to try to do it by township, mm-hmm. so that it makes it easy for everyone to get together. Having one big event sometimes creates difficulty in transportation for them to get there. So we're planning on going by township and having a smaller Elder Law Day that these type of issues can be addressed.
Right. No, that's great. You know, it's interesting. We're speaking about all these various programs we have, and one of the things I found when I came into the position of county executive at the beginning of 2014, besides the fact we had some serious, significant issues to address, which we are, and things are getting much better. I'm very proud of that. What I see also is the fact that there is much that county government does, and people did not know that, and we spent a great deal of time in speaking of the variety of resources that county government offers, the different things we do, and which is one of the reasons why we're here today. But the average taxpayer would, I think, feel very good to know that for about 9% of your total property tax dollar, which is exactly what county government takes, that's the take of a county government level of government, is about 9% of your total property taxes. The amount of programs or resources are almost endless. And we're sitting here today for a half an hour or so, just speaking of the variety of things available to our seniors. And it's, look, you know something? The seniors are the ones who built the city, by and large. It's a time where they deserve a break. I feel great to see some of the programs we have now, the passion that you have to bring these services out to seniors, let them know what's going on in whatever way we possibly can. And it's just really a wonderful thing to see.
Thank you.
What is your favorite program that you have? If I can pick you on one, is there any particular program that just kind of stands out as being something that really means a lot to you, and you can actually see the impact upon seniors maybe in a more direct way?
There's actually two.
Okay.
One is the ISIP program, which is the Expanded In-Home Services Program, and it helps to provide home aids for homebound seniors. And it's really important because going out and doing an assessment and seeing how these individuals are in need, and we can meet that need and we can help take care of them, is very fulfilling. And the other is the newest program that we have, which is the New York Connects program, and that assists with long-term care issues.
Right.
And having that issue myself, and knowing that we have a program that can guide caregivers and help figure out people's needs and situations, it's really also very fulfilling. And experiencing it myself, like
Right.
I said, it hits home. And it makes me smile to know that we are helping,
Right.
really helping the caregivers as well, because caregivers have a difficult time as well. So we're trying to expand on that. But those are my two favorite programs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything? Is there any programs you want to speak about that we have not touched on as of yet?
We have, in addition, we have a great partnership with Meals on Wheels, which we fund to provide home delivered meals for homebound.
I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah.
Every Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
10 o'clock in the morning, I have Route 7, which was my old legislative district
Yeah.
in New City. And it's, just to depart just for a moment, it's a story. For those who have an ability to volunteer and to help out, I can tell you, after a number of years, I probably delivering meals for, I'd say, about 12 years now. On Thanksgiving. Again, I don't do anywhere near what other volunteers do,
Right.
to be very clear. We have angels out there who do this on a regular basis. But as an elected official, it was something I felt was important. But at one time, I had both my sons helping me because I wanted them to see what you could do to make things better in your own community at a younger age. Now, they're all grown and bigger now, obviously. Mm-hmm. But it was interesting to make these deliveries, and it was the same route every year. So we had a couple of add-ons here and there. But you actually develop relationships with these folks when you go to the house. It's a holiday.
And you make them smile, right?
Yeah, they don't have anybody. That you're there. Remember one gentleman, Richard Roberts, lived up on South Mountain Road. He passed away at 103.
Oh, wow.
He had a little bungalow all the way off the road. He had a little driving to get back there. But I could not have gone in and out of the house with less than 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'd sit down and talk to him. We'd go over different things. Just a wonderful man. And these are permanent relationships you form. And it's to your point, it's a wonderful feeling.
Oh, yes.
But I had to put a plug in for Meals on Wheels because it's great. We know we do help fund Meals on Wheels. They do a lot of work to serve our community. But tell me more about how we help the folks who get these meals.
Some of the individuals are homebound. Some cannot cook for themselves. Some do not have anyone to provide a meal for them. And it's also to make sure that, ensure that they are nutritionally given a well-balanced meal. Some of these individuals, that's the only meal that they get. And it's really important because that leads to health and wellness.
Right.
So that's in addition to how we promote health and wellness. We also sponsor senior centers. Individuals come in to the senior centers, and they also get a well-balanced meal there as well. And I think for the older adults, it's very important that they are nourished properly. And many who are homebound cannot go out shopping,
Right.
cannot prepare their own meal. So this is a great way to make sure that they have food.
Now, I know as we get older, we tend to eat less.
Yes.
And people don't understand that can actually be detrimental to your health.
Absolutely.
Because you may be just cutting certain foods out because you're just not hungry. I remember as a young person, I ate a lot. I mean, I love to eat. I'm half Italian. I enjoyed it. But as I get older, I skip meals. I'll, eat less, maybe not eat the best part of a meal because I'm not that hungry. It's not really healthy, and I know it. It's great to see a focus by the programs you have to remind people that, you may want to eat less, but you have to make sure you have your basics covered.
Sure.
So it's really good to see
And
that.
it's kind of twofold. They also have someone who checks on them regularly, because if you're getting a regularly scheduled meal, you have someone who's coming to your home every day, if it's every day, and a little bit of a human interaction.
Companionship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Some individuals don't have anyone to talk to, and it just brings a smile to their face when Mark comes with the meal and says, "Hey, how are you today, Mr. Day? How you feeling? You okay?
Right.
Here's your meal," and that makes their day.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great. It is a great feeling. Well, before we go any much further, how does one contact OFA?
We can be reached at 845-364-2110. We're on the internet as well. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Just Google Office for the Aging, Rockland County.
Right. Let's repeat that phone number again.
845-364-2110.
Great. And what else can we talk about as far as what you found, where you're going? What do you see do you see future things you've thought about? I mean, once you're there for 4 months, you see the lay of the land, how the organization works, how your department works. Are there some things that maybe you see down the road on the horizon? And again, folks, this is not a promise. This is a conversation right now. But I just want to get some thoughts on where do you see it going?
I think that the issues that are most serious and should be focused on, and we should advocate for, are transportation and housing. Housing is a very big issue for the lower income seniors, and there are significant waiting lists. We're trying to do anything that we can to improve that situation, and that will be our focus moving forward, as well as transportation. We want to make sure that our seniors are able to move around the county, go to their physician appointments, get to the supermarket, get to the pharmacy to get their medication. So those will be the two focuses moving forward.
And it sounds so simple, but it's so critically important. We're speaking of going to our seniors, helping them maintain their lives as they've always known them.
Maximum independence.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to achieve for them. Maximum independence.
That is great. Yeah, it's great. It's great to say. As we go back to my comment earlier about how something gets heavier as you get older, we don't realize sometimes as seniors that things are changing. We have to drive a little slower. Our strength is not what it used to be. And that can make one feel. It could be a little scary for a senior. And it's great to see that we have programs that will re-emphasize to them that, no, you're the folks who've made this county what it is. We value you. We're here to help you. We're here to make sure we integrate you and we maintain your integration in society as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the newer programs that we have also is the telephone Reassurance program, and this is a program that is sponsored by OFA with volunteers, and we partner with Rsvp with this as well, just to reach out and make a phone call to someone. You sign up for our program, and just to have companionship over the phone, someone to check on you regularly. If you don't have anyone who calls you, you have someone who calls you now. And it'll be a scheduled phone call. We talk to you. We want to hear about your day. We want to hear about your concerns. Just general conversation. And I think that's so important because a lot of individuals don't have anyone to talk to.
That's great.
So we're trying to make sure that we are very well rounded with our communication with the seniors.
It maintains a connection.
Absolutely.
With your community, with the people, and it gives you a reason. It gives you a reason to really want to keep plugging on. My mom is 89, and I know she has her challenges physically. She's still fairly sharp, thankfully, but it can be difficult as we age to navigate through the day-to-day life.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of depression and a lot of anxiety about being alone, and so we're trying to relieve all of that as best that we can.
Those phone calls could be an opportunity to identify as that's occurring. You may
Absolutely.
pick up something in a conversation, all of a sudden you've spoken to this lady or gentleman before, and he or she doesn't sound right now. And you can interact here, and this is where you can actually bring other resources to bear if you find that there's some criticality in that conversation.
Absolutely.
If you see something not going quite the right way. Well, I know we're coming pretty close to our time. Anything else, any other program that you've been dying to talk about that I've been interrupting you about?
Dying to talk about. I think I've pretty much covered them all. I would like to let everyone know that they should sign up for Facebook and Twitter. Every day we post something that has to do with the older adults and caregivers. Caregivers are very important. That's also one of our focuses. And just know that we're out there moving throughout the county trying to address the needs that we feel are important to the seniors. And please, I encourage everyone to come and contact us and let us know if we're not addressing an issue, to please bring it to our attention.
All right, to close, let's give it that number one more time so folks know who to call.
845-364-2110.
That's great. Tina, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's been
Thank
great.
you so much.
Okay? And,
Thank you very much.
As you can see, this is why I'm excited about my job. We have talented people at all levels of government, bringing the best of services to you, the people of Rockland County. It's a wonderful feeling for me, obviously. And this show is so important because it gives you an opportunity to find out exactly what your county government does. And I always call it organization because the word government tends to make people glaze over. We have a very vital organization. We have vibrant people running the organization, doing wonderful things for all of you. And again, I encourage you to, whenever possible, be part of that. This is something that your tax dollars pay for. I don't want a penny of your money going to waste. We look to get the best value of your dollar to you in services whenever possible. And with that, I just want to offer my best to all of you. And again, we are here for you in Rockland County government. Again, this is Ed Day, your Rockland County Executive. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, good night.